identifying the source because they were not authorized to discuss the matter publicly. Why can't you say? I mean, why can't the Trump administration say? Why can't they say? Why can the Trump administration not just say, like, this was a leak? How are you leaking this information on the day the intended tariffs were supposed to roll out? Like, what was the non-leak strategy here? The Trump administration hoping everyone forgot? Was that their hope? They were like, okay, if we don't, okay, hold on. This was actually like a really dumb idea. If we don't mention anything to the public, maybe no one will get mad at us, but we still have to privately tell Mexico and Canada. We are on beyond giga levels of nothing ever happens. You have to understand, though, that this is so incompetent that it becomes something happening itself. Like, this level of internal mismanagement is so egregious and embarrassing to the rest of the world that it has now become its own thing. The non-implementation of the tariffs are now themselves a thing happening. Like, so it is happening. Something is happening, but nobody knows what it is. Like, compare how the Trump administration has been handling this versus what Mexico and Canada have said. Trump has been blustering with these tariff threats for nearly a year now. He keeps rolling back when they're going to be implemented. Claudia Sheinbaum and the Canadian government have both said, okay, bring it on. We'll do retaliatory tariffs. We're ready for it. We've got plan A, plan B, plan C. We've shored up our industries. We're ready. Clear communication, clear deadlines. We know how they stand. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is just flustering. Did you hear tariff? I said terrific. You're doing terrific. Canada and Mexico, love you. Yeah. Basically, the world has seen the White House turn into a kindergarten. I bet Trump wishes that it would. I mean, in one sense, this is psychotic because the fact that, like, what was the Heritage Foundation doing for 4 years if they can't control any of this? Like, what was the point of a second Trump term if your control over how things are developing is so bad and so inept that you can't even effectively implement your own policies? What is going on over there? And on the other hand, like, I guess this is another affirmation of the position I have and have always held, which is that fascists are ideologically incompetent. But the idea that, like, we're not even getting this information from the Trump administration. Also, keep in mind, even if the tariffs never go out, this will also tank our economy. 99% of the global economy these days is trust. It's about, like, credit ratings. It's about, venture capital. It's about stability. This shit hurts everyone. There's no benefit because it makes insider information more valuable. It does make insider information more valuable, but, like, that you're basically, like, you're building the Tower of Babel and you're trying to, like, make the tower reach higher into the heavens by sawing off bricks from the base and adding them to the top. You're playing Jenga in an effort to build, like, the tallest tower possible. CNN says the tariffs will be implemented today. Who the f knows? Literally, who the f knows? Trump probably doesn't even know. I don't know. We're at North Korea levels of just saying shit. What's that Russian saying? The Chinese final warning? Literally, from the CNN live feed, no information on the tariffs. For all we know, the Tuesday thing is still fake news. The only info we have on the Tuesday thing is leaks from the Canadian government following an alleged conversation with the Trump administration. We have no idea. And it's not as though if the Trump administration came out and said something, that itself would be trustworthy. Rewind the stream, F3. This is genuinely insane for the economy. Yeah, what do you think the Dow's going to look like when the market reopens? Here's a grocery list of things that'll increase, like, price-wise. It's not just like, oh, these items will become 25% more expensive. A lot of people don't understand. There are, like, greater issues with tariffs. There are issues that a lot of people don't, like, understand. They don't understand, like, the knockdown effects of this. For one, a lot of the commodities that are sold to us, like, even in America, from American businesses, are made from raw materials obtained from Canada. What happens when we trade off resources between America and Canada? The tariff hits them multiple times. You can have, like, an exponential multiplicative effect that makes it financially unviable for a lot of stuff that is sold in the United States to be produced at all. A lot of goods might end up being so expensive that corporations that sell in the United States using resources that are obtained from Canada or Mexico might decide it's no longer worth it because the cost of bringing those materials over wouldn't be rewarded by the lower number of people who would buy it at the higher price. People are going to lose their jobs. There's going to be mass layoffs in companies that feel as though they'd rather shift their efforts towards less unstable international financial dynamics. Like it's not just like a lime that you buy will cost 25% more because it came from Mexico. There are so many downstream effects of the ways in which tariffs affect, especially in this like globalized economy, you know? Can't the blue states just not enact the tariffs in their ports? No. Customs are federal government jurisdiction. Also, hedge funds and investment banks have now bet billions against the current market, so we are now looking closer and closer like we're walking into an '08 crash plus .com bubble. I'm so ready. I've got gold buried in my backyard. No, I don't. Car parts can go back and forth 4 to 5 times before getting assembled into a car. Yeah. And then there's the retaliatory tariffs. I mean, if stuff bounces back and forth like 2 times... Do you have any idea how much that is? Like, think about it. Imagine you have steel manufactured in Canada. It gets brought down into America to make certain industrial parts. Then up in Canada, there's a plant that makes more complex parts. And then that gets sent back into America to be manufactured for a car here. And then that car gets sold in Canada. We're talking like exponential increases in certain prices. Like, they're just not going to do business anymore. They're just going to freeze... I pulled all my stock money and threw it in a high-yield savings account. I suggest you do the same. I don't have any stock money. I don't believe in money. I don't believe in stocks. The next time there's a big COVID crash, when H5N1 sweeps the world and we hit the dip, that's when I'm investing, baby. I'm investing in pharmaceutical companies. I'm investing in Zoom 2. And let me think. Investing in... funeral homes, mortuary services, Amazon, toilet paper. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get in on, you know? Baby coffins. Yeah. Would goods transported by land through Mexico, like from Guatemala and Honduras, also be subject to the tariff? Only if it crosses the US-Mexico border. There's no update from CNN on anything relating to the tariffs. Completely silent about it, which is insane. And to me, still reaffirms the belief that there's some kind of media blackout going on, or they've been told to wait because like they should have talked about it by now. And the only confirmation that we have, the New York Times has posted about it, that Canadian officials are saying it'll come Tuesday, but we have no word from the Trump administration. It's just insane. I'm from Mexico, and our president today referred to the tariffs as eventual, so it seems even us aren't informed about anything. Man. Can I also bet billions of dollars against the economy? Can I profit from this in some way? I need to like become stock pilled. Really aggressive stuff like day trading, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Start shorting everything? Yeah. Invest in maple syrup now? No, that is the opposite of what you would want to invest in right now, actually. It's like if you could think of like anything, that would be like the worst thing to get into right now. You should short the maple syrup stocks is what you should do, okay? But before the tariffs, before the tariffs hit. This is not financial advice. JP is flying in gold and silver. Yeah, I saw that. Real great sign of confidence, you know? Has there actually been any threat of an Ozempic tariff from Denmark, or is that just people speculating? Is that just people saying like, oh, they could do it if they wanted to? I saw an article. Yeah, I mean, I see the Daily Beast is talking about it, but I don't think that's something that's been proposed, you know? Facebook told me. Yeah, okay.